Well, welcome back to Wellness Photos. And I was just on YouTube yesterday and had a recommendation in my inbox. And there was this video that said why power meters are useless for most people. And this was from a fairly prominent person who does cycling videos and in the European country of Germany. People probably know who he is, but this is not a hate video or anything like that. I've enjoyed some of his content and some of it's quite good and quite entertaining. So what this is just my opinion in response to his view on power meters. So let's just deep dive into it. Now his premise was that a power meter should only be for people that who not willing but wanting to increase their performance, right? So you want to go from say 200 watts FTP to 300 watts FTP. And if you're not going to use a power meter to do that, well, what do you need one for? You can just ride around and have fun. And if you're just doing loops and 200 kilometer loops, was an example he used, what's the point? Well, my view differs a little bit from that because I think there's actually two premises for power meters. And the first premise is, as he says, it's a performance improvement tool. So what you can do is you can say, hey, look, I'm at 200 watts now, and I've increased, over the last 4 weeks, I've increased my power by 20 watts or 30 watts, typically using my power meter, and I can record that and measure it. So, otherwise, 20 or 30 watts, you might not be able to see if your training is actually doing anything. So he's absolutely 100% right there. But what I think he's missing is that, for the normal weekend warrior or person who just wants to ride around, if you want to pace yourself up a hill, or you just want to do fitness where you want to basically increase your fitness for that ride, then how do you know? I mean, especially if it's a windy day and you got headwinds and you got tailwinds. I mean, in those sorts of conditions, I find it very difficult to be able to feel, what my power is or how much effort I'm putting out. I tended to always put more power out in a headwind, and with a tailwind tend to put less, even though I'm thinking it's the same. So even for a weekend warrior, as a pacing tool, it's a great piece of kit to have on your bike. So, okay, you're not worried about going from 200 watts to 300 watts because, you just ride with your friends on the weekend. But what you want to do is you want to be able to say, hey, look, I can only take this turn on the front for so long because I can't put out 300 watts for that long. I need to pull off at this time. And these power meters can give you that vision that you normally wouldn't have. Well, anyway, so that's my point. So just to clarify, if you're in that group of where you want to be a person who's trying to improve their performance, you do need to get more accurate power meters, and this is what he suggests. So you got power meters like the SRM and the InfoCrank and the Quark, which give very, very good results. And you need that because if you're looking at measuring 20 or 30 watts, the cheaper power meters may not be able to do that consistently. And the other thing as well is if you're using in the other group where you just want to use it as a pacing tool, well, you don't need to have that expensive power meters because all you're doing is using it as a guide to how much power you're putting out and at that point in time. Now, whether it's 20, 200 or 220 is not really a big deal because power meters jump around a fair bit. All you want to do is consistently stay around about 200. So if it goes to 190, 210, 220, you just back off a little bit and you keep it around that. And generally the power meters aren't that far out, even if you don't do your zero offset every ride. Well, anyway, that's my response to the video that I watched. And I just wanted to give people a different perspective on power meters. And I personally believe, even for the weekend warrior, these things are a great thing to have, a great piece of kit on your bike. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your cycling, and if you want to get yourself a power meter, go right ahead. Cheers.